Haven't done it before, so we'll see how that goes. If it doesn't work, then yeah, I'll just film the rest as a video. I have my Halloween pumpkin here, and I wanted to do something with it for a while, carve it out, do something nice, as a tradition that I always used to do. And yeah, I just feel like maybe doing live stream every now and then might be a good idea. So yeah, let's get started. And I want to say this is going to look pretty ugly. I'm historically bad at doing anything like that. In the previous years, I sometimes had a little bit of luck, but most of the time it wasn't really going anywhere, like looking pathetic, but we will try nonetheless. So I will now try to open it up so we can start taking the stuff out there. But it might take a while. Might also have to get a different knife or something like that so I can carve it out. Yeah, I definitely need a different knife. Okay. Okay, this is a beginning. We're getting somewhere. All right. Yeah, nice. Okay, so now I want to start taking out all of this stuff here. Maybe I'll sow some of the seeds. We'll see. Halloween always used to be a pretty important part of like my life, Always watching at least 1 month of horror movies. And I'm trying at the moment, but every now and then life gets in between. So doing my best to do this, despite the fact that things are difficult times. I've often seen them, but right now it's very difficult. Okay. This might take a while. So, yeah. I'm not sure what I want to do with it. Just the basic, completely basic Halloween pumpkin. German word for them is Kürbis. And yeah, this is one of the first experiments with live stream. I want to do it more often in the future, but it's always something, where you need to stay at it, doing it on a regular basis. And we will try that. Maybe I'll do 1 live stream per day, or I don't know, per week. So if you have questions, write it in the comments. Hey guys, I see that people have joined this thing. I appreciate it. This is pretty un-cactus kind of content. It's just, to do stuff on a regular basis. Gotta celebrate Halloween. It's one of my favorite holidays. But I'm really not good at it. So don't get your hopes up that this is going to look anything other than like, I don't know. We're just putting a few holes into it. Yeah, I'm sitting here with Kami. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe we will do a few of this over the next few weeks. We'll see how it goes. It's just me experimenting with live stream. I did it in summer. I did one live stream, and I don't know, it was just it was fun, but you don't have the chance to edit. You know, everything needs to be right. And I sometimes, when I'm too self-critical, and I like to be able to at least do a little bit editing here and there, take out when I get off track. So yeah, but it's important for the channel. The channel is growing, and yeah, I'm happy about it. Just in the last couple of weeks, where I started posting the stuff from 2022, the videos that I'm posting now, the flower stuff and all that from 2022, and they look great. Everything is amazing on these videos, and yeah, the channel has grown a lot just this week, so I'm very happy. We're getting somewhere. It's crazy how many seeds are in there. Like, check it out. This is all so full of seeds. And I always throw this stuff in the garden for the animals. But so far I haven't seen like that they have sown themselves out, you know, that you have little pumpkins in the garden and all. I haven't had that yet. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'm throwing the seeds out at the wrong time of the year. And yeah, this is pretty like spontaneous. So we'll see where it goes. I don't really want to like I don't really have a plan for the live stream stuff. I feel it would be great when I'm having a flower flush in summer, doing one live stream per day maybe. But during winter, we could, for example, check on the sown seeds, stuff that I've sown out, that kind of stuff. Could be great. Okay. There's still a lot of seeds in there. Yeah, and I just love spending Halloween watching horror movies, watching Scooby-Doo. I'm a big fan of Scooby-Doo, and I watch it on a regular basis, all kinds of stuff, like the older shows, the newer ones. I really hated Velma, that show that came out. Really didn't like it. But yeah, apart from that, I watch a lot of Scooby-Doo during Halloween. If we make it with the channel, if we get rich, I will buy the Scooby-Doo franchise and make them like put out horror movies again, like these, you know, like Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. That was a great movie. I loved that one. They should do these little movies again, like they used to in the 2000s. They made a few great movies. Right now, I don't feel like the Scooby-Doo franchise is going anywhere. So yeah, maybe if I'm rich, I will buy it. They don't need it. They are not doing anything good with it right now. They're just, I don't know. They put out these poorly made movies. But yeah, not really seeing it. the whole concept of a live stream is completely like alien to me. I'm not sure what you usually do on a live stream, so I don't know. We're just letting it roll and see where it goes. Yeah, I'm currently, by the way, wanted to say something. I have found another account that has cloned my account. This time it's on TikTok. It's not really a platform where I post much, but I have an account there to just block the name and, you know, to be present on all social media. But yeah, now I searched for my name and that copycat account came up. The username is cactusjerk 5 or something like that, you know, and it's photos of me with Mika and photos of me with Kami and all that stuff. So I reported it, said, hey guys, this one is impersonating me. And since the guy had also uploaded photos of plants from other people, like, you know, like the stuff that they do in cactus groups on Facebook and all that stuff. So the guy had uploaded like all kinds of different plants that weren't his, and has combined it with photos of me. And I suspect he's trying to defraud people. So I reported it for impersonation, and they said, no, that's completely all right. We love it like that. I mean, no, they didn't say it like that, but they, you know, the work you gotta do to just get rid of these copycat accounts that you see on social media. I find it really insulting. I don't know what the game plan is that the big companies like Facebook and all these, that they why they cling so hard to these copycat accounts that are basically just out there doing dodgy stuff, defrauding people, trying to sell plants in cactus groups that aren't theirs, you know. I don't know why you have to put so much energy into just getting them deleted, you know. What's the plan there? Is that little click money that they have, is that really so important for them? I'm not sure, but they now have done nothing on that platform. They let that guy continue to do his stuff. Yeah, so I sent them a copyright takedown. So we'll see how that goes. I really find it it's so bad, because a lot of good people like Cactus Jones, look at the way Cactus Jones photos have been used on Facebook by all kinds of scammers. That's bad for the creator too. You know, they need to protect. It's not only about the creator whose photos are stolen, it's also about the people who are defrauded like that, you know. I don't get why they do nothing about it, or why you have to report accounts so often until they take action. So this week I watched The Thing by John Carpenter. It's one of my favorite movies. I watch it every Halloween. And yeah, it's great. I love that no matter how often I watch it, I see something new. Like at the end, you ask yourself whether on who is the Thing, or if the two survivors, if one of them is the Thing, or both, you know. So that movie's already so old. I think it came out in 82. And no matter how old it is, it aged very well. All these effects, these CGI effects, or these handmade special effects that they did on that, they still look great. You can watch The Thing today, and it's still great. Yeah, big fan of that movie. I wish John Carpenter would have continued to do movies like that. I don't know what happened. I mean, life probably happened. It's difficult to stay at the top of your game for your whole life, you know. But I love these early John Carpenter movies. The Fog too. The Fog is one of my favorite horror movies, and I watch it every year on Halloween. Yeah, have a few that I got to watch this year. I want to watch Sinners. I haven't seen it yet, but I think it got great reviews and all that stuff. Heard it's one of the best horror movies of the last, I don't know, few years. So I will definitely watch that one, maybe today. And I watched Welcome to Derry, that new Stephen King show. And yeah, I kind of liked it, but I also felt like it was just special effects. It wasn't really scary. I didn't feel like it was going anywhere, but I'm looking forward to watching the second episode and all that, you know. I'm a big Stephen King fan. I mean, you can argue about the guy, but he's, in my opinion, Stephen King is a patriot. Guy does what he believes in. I mean, you can be on, no matter on what side you stand on. That's one of the people we grew up with. Is still so involved and just tries to do the right thing. It's not something that you should take for granted. I think he's, yeah, I mean, you can argue about some of the questionable stuff that he said, but it's good to see that not all of the people I grew up with, whose work I grew up with, have turned out to be bad people. At least he's trying. I mean, but yeah, a lot of people probably disagree. I don't. Yeah. So I will watch the rest of that Welcome to Derry show in the next few days. Or no, they release one episode per week, so I will try to stay on top of it, but I might as well wait until they are all out. Yeah, apart from that, Kami had a bad day yesterday, the cat. It's pretty hard to, yeah, with a cat like that, as old as Kami is, if she makes it until next year, she's 17. And it takes a lot of care and all that. And it's pretty tough on me. So I hope she will be blessed with a long life. But so far, there are a lot of good days and a lot of bad days. This is disgusting. This is really disgusting, but it needs to be done. Yeah, and apart from that, I'm kind of seeing myself move away from Facebook groups. In the last few years, I feel like, I don't know what happened to the groups, but I don't know. It's just they've been riding the admins that moderate the groups. They've been riding them pretty hard. You know, you are basically, when you have a group on Facebook, and I have a few big ones, you are often responsible for all kinds of stuff. Like when two adults argue with each other in the comments, they blame you for it as a group admin. At some points, I just didn't see like the good in it. When you, I don't know, there were times when you could have an open discussion, a discussion that wasn't really like where they weren't blaming the admins, like when someone insulted another one. It's just, it has become very difficult to run big groups without having problems, because there's so many different things, so many scammers. The scammers sucked the fun out of it for me. I always enjoyed moderating the groups, but it has become such a big part of my life to just keep spammers and scammers out. I completely lost interest in doing some of the groups where the scams are the worst, where you have a lot of problems because scammers just pick these cacti because they're lucrative and people don't want to go to the police. So there's a lot of problems with scammers on Facebook groups and all that stuff. So yeah, I just see myself moving away from all that. I have never been so critical of the way social media acts, the way social media fails to do good for society and all that stuff, so might do just video like what I'm doing now, that kind of stuff. Moving away a little bit from being a moderator, and I've been a moderator for 25 years at least. I've been a moderator on forums when forums were the standard, and I missed that time. I missed the classic forums. I missed the time of SAB and all these great planned forums that used to be big. I really miss that. And I think now that everyone goes to Facebook groups, I just don't feel, it's just not the same, because I don't know, on a forum you could very easily filter out scammers, what they could do on Facebook too. They could just let you filter out certain IPs and all that stuff. But in the last years, I don't know, there's such a wave of scammers that I really don't feel it anymore. I would love to go back to old school forums. That is the type of stuff that I always loved. And you could have a discussion about everything. You wouldn't have to be careful about how you phrase a joke. It has become very difficult to just, I don't know, have a sense of humor on social media, because everything triggers a word filter. I miss the old forums. So yeah, going a little bit away from social media, just posting my stuff, and that's it. I think they have proven that they failed to be good for society a little bit. Okay, so I think we're getting to the point where we can start doing something here. There's still some seeds in, but it doesn't matter. My whole office is slimy. I knew this would be dirty, but I didn't think it would be this bad. But yeah. So yeah, so far I like the live stream. I mean, I gotta get used to it, because this is something, when you do something like that, it is not really entertaining, and I try not to entertain. I just try to do stuff, I really want to avoid having to say all kinds of stuff just to keep it flowing. We would just, I don't know, carve this pumpkin. Okay, so let's see. I'm not sure how to do this. Which side? Probably this side. I don't know. I just try to put in some eye holes. We're doing a very basic pumpkin. A couple of years ago, I tried to do a Snoopy pumpkin, and it looked so comically bad. You couldn't even see what I was trying to do. It's like a child made it. So yeah, we're sticking with a proven formula here. Just normal kind of pumpkin eyes and all that stuff, and that looks pretty okay. I don't know if this is. this was bad. Needs to be a little bit bigger. Oh, on camera, it doesn't look so bad. I think it's all right. Yeah, and every Halloween, I watch the same horror movies. I'm not sure if it's autism, if I'm normal like that. I don't think it's normal. But I watch the same movies in the same order. So every year I watch the Halloween movies. I watch Nightmare on Elm Street and all that stuff. Yeah, and I love it. There was a time in my life when I was a movie journalist. I wrote for all these like horror movie magazines and all that stuff. I wrote for a magazine called Deadline, and it allowed me to meet the directors, have interviews with actors and all that stuff. I met a few that got really popular later, like Daniel Brühl. I met him when they were filming a German movie called Carve. That's some kind of like children's book by an author called Ottfried Preußler. Yeah, David Cross I met there. You know, I met the guy who played in the Tarantino movies, who got so famous later and got an Oscar. Yeah, was just a great time of my life, and I miss it sometimes. But I was writing for a good 20 years, and unpaid, of course. This is just you just don't earn money with it. The people running the magazine at the time, even they have a hard time coming along, you know. So it was not going anywhere in regards to making a living at the time, and I invested, like I was driving throughout the country. I once took a train to Berlin, and Berlin is very far away from where I lived at the time. And yeah, it was just a lot of work, and I wasn't seeing the perspective at the time. So I stopped doing that, but I still miss it. I still enjoy watching horror movies and all these things. It was a nice time of my life. So let me show you. The eyes are a little bit big now, but okay. I don't have high expectations. So now, need a different knife. Now I'm trying the mouse. The table is breaking. Okay. I might have to get another table after this video. Something fell. Okay. Check it out. This isn't so bad. He's smiling, but that doesn't matter. And all this stuff goes into the garden. I'm sure the forest animals will appreciate it. But I think I gotta put in some teeth, otherwise it just looks too nice. He looks really friendly, I think. Yeah. But I'm happy with it. It's more about actually doing it. I know a lot of you have heard how I'm currently dealing with depression, actually, and it's just important to do stuff. That has always been my plan, to get it under control, to just do things, film videos, go out. It doesn't always have to be successful what you do. You know, it's just important that you stay at it, that you spend your time worthwhile, doing things you believe in, and all that stuff. Okay. I'm not sure how to do the teeth here. I'm not sure how to make it more evil. I would really love to, like, maybe I should have looked at photos and all that stuff beforehand. Okay. Oh no, this doesn't look good. This looks pretty bad. I knew it. I don't know. Probably have to fix it a little. No, this looks like he's slow. I don't know. It doesn't have a good smile, but it's okay. It's the message that counts, you know, the Halloween spirit. And where I live, Halloween isn't really something that is celebrated. I grew up in Germany, and people just don't celebrate it here in the same way. People go to the cemetery and all that stuff, but they don't really walk around to collect candy and all that thing. It started a little bit just maybe 10 years ago, so we might eventually get there long term, but it's not really celebrated the same way. And I always loved watching American movies and all that. I loved how they celebrate Halloween in the United States. It just has like charm, character. I love it. So that is something that I always try to do in my house. Okay. I'm trying to make it a little bit more evil, but it gets worse every time. But it doesn't matter. The message, it's the message that counts. It's that I'm here doing video. We might do some more outside filming. Like, we need to do greenhouse maintenance soon, but I'm not there yet. We have to be busy all winter. Okay. Okay, so let me try this out. If the top part still fits. Not really, but it's okay. Okay, yeah, pretty good. I'm happy with it. It looks like a child made it, but it's okay. I added a few shirts to the shop, by the way. On YouTube, they allow me to just put up shirts where I can use my photos, my planned photos, and all that. And it's not really something that I earn a lot of money with, but I always wanted to have these photos, like the flower shirts and all that. When the second book, the hybrids book, came out, we did shirts, but it became too expensive to just make them in the small volume that I made them. So now I can at least offer some shirts for the channel. Maybe we're doing a logo sometime soon. If I would be a little bit more gifted, I would have designed one by now. But I have a hard time using Photoshop and all that stuff. But yeah, I put up a shirt with Mika. I put up a shirt with Kami. and I really liked it. I liked it because the shipping costs weren't too high. They can ship locally everywhere, like United States and all that, I think. Yeah, and you should be able to see them on the main channel page, which is awesome. Yeah, and my plan long term for the channel is just I need to grow this, you know. I need to work on it. Sometimes I get frustrated when things aren't going fast. I'm just that kind of person who has a problem doing long-term projects. I've been doing this channel for 8 or 9 years now. That is such a long time for me. That is such a big part of my life. And it took me until now to get to something like 4,500 subscribers. That is so much work when you're getting started with a YouTube channel. Like right now in the Cactus scene, it is so hard to make it. It is so difficult to make it. And yeah, I really underestimated how much work and how much patience you need to do it, you know. So I'm pretty happy about those 4,500 subscribers. Of course, I hope that at some point something will go viral. But I'm already very happy about it, the way things are. I've never had as much potential as I have now, where I'm seeing that something grows in front of my eyes, you know, that you have a community that joins the live stream, for example. That is something that means a lot to me, you know. So we'll see where this goes. I just hope that at some point one video will go viral. I don't know. You can't plan it. It's something that you just have to wait through, have to do. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just reading comments and all that stuff, you know. Like I said, it's still the concept of a live stream is still a little bit alien to me, but I get used to it. We'll do more of that in summer when there's more to show. But right now, I just wanted to get started, wanted to play around with it a little bit. And it's also time that I'm not, you know, sitting around pondering. I don't know. I'm at a point in my life, I already had a few midlife crises, you know. It's not that I'm used to these kinds of things, and I thought I'd be over it, you know. But now recently, I don't know, sometimes in life you go through phases where luck runs out, where everything gets difficult. Yeah, and I hope I make it through. So my plan was to just continue filming, just let it roll. We'll see how it goes. I also want to show more about the things that are going on behind the curtains, you know. But I don't know, it's very hard when you're having a meltdown or something like that, and you need to film it, you know. I see all these videos of people that are, you know, clearly, like, I don't know, crying and filming it at the same time. I don't want to do that, you know. I want to, when I film something, it needs to make sense, you know. But I want to show more about the things that are going on. I believe there's no way today to make it on social media or on any kind of platforms without being a character, without being you. I did so much stuff where I tried to please algorithms, like on Instagram. You know, you can always see when they change something, where the algorithm changes and your posts are suddenly no longer shown to people. And I'm used to that by now. This is, I don't know how many changes of algorithms I've experienced, but a lot. And in my opinion, it makes no sense to do the content to please like the mainstream audience, because whatever they show changes on a regular basis. So you know, when you post stuff that is basically engagement bait, clickbait, all that stuff. It makes you like successful on the short term, but it doesn't grow you like a community. It doesn't grow you supporters. It just attracts people that come to your account once, that engage with the content and go again. That is why it has become so difficult today to grow on Instagram, to grow on Facebook. It is not that they want you to pay for it. So yeah, it's important to, I don't know, be a character, stay at it, no matter if it's going up or down. At some point, it will pick up. People will see what you do. People will see that you're an interesting person. Doing all that, the flowers alone aren't enough. That is what I kind of came to realize. You can make all these flower videos, but people will never know that there's a person behind. They will come to watch a video and go again, and that's what I want to avoid. So going in front of the camera more often, and I hate it. I really hate it. It's nothing that comes natural to me. Okay, so let me show you my thing here. That is the best I can do, but I'm happy with it. Now I want to put in like a little light, a little candle, and then we're putting it out. Give me a second. Okay. I brought me these little candles. They are made for cemeteries, but they are great because you don't have to light them all the time. You don't have to replace the little candle that you put in all the time. They definitely burn for a day or two, and that is great. So let's try this out. Let's see if it works. Just need the lighter, and then we'll end this video. It's live stream. I really like it. We'll do more of that just for the seedling stuff and all that. But for now, I need to carve that pumpkin. I don't know if you can see the light. I'll post another video later when it's outside, when it's dark. I'm happy with it, but this is the best I could do. So yeah, thank you for joining, for watching my videos. You know how it is in life. It goes up and down, and sometimes you just got to go through the times, and I really enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing my videos. I try to do them daily, and it is something where you work on a better future, and so I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who commented, and I will try to get more accustomed to this whole live stream thing. I'm just not, I don't know, in my life I maybe have done 3-4 live streams, so in that regard I'm pretty happy. Could have been a lot worse. Okay guys, thank you, appreciate it. When I find out how to close this thing, I will go offline. I don't find it. Okay.